So, shifting gears, the fun is over. We're being joined now by Mr. Serious himself. Good morning, sir. We're going to give him a...
Look at that. I forgot to move the camera earlier, and I thought I was going to have to move it.
Yeah, just move it.
There you go.
All right. There you go. There you go. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
Condolences to your colleague, Jill, on the loss of your...
Can I just say...
Jill
please,
Fox.
take a moment. Please.
Absolutely.
And my colleague, too.
We lost one of the good ones. Ash, you and I had the chance to work with her at UHV. She's been doing so many fantastic things for Senator Colcourse in the last few years. So many students, so many faculty are very, very sad today. She touched a lot of lives, bro.
No doubt.
A lot of lives. And then at Senator Colcourse's office, I was just with her, I think it was less than a week ago, maybe a couple of weeks on Bill Posey's show. And we exchanged pleasantries. We didn't always agree on everything.
Sure.
But my gosh, she always fought for people, always cared about this community. I was so incredibly sad to learn.
She was a very high energy person.
She was.
And very encouraging person.
Absolutely. And she accepted everybody. She might not have agreed with everybody, but she would listen. She would talk to them. And even though her and I were on opposite sides, she always made me feel respected. And I so respected her. So my condolences to her family, her friends.
Amen.
We lost a really good one.
Is it accurate to say that something I try to be that I know I'm not, that Jill Fox was eminently fair?
She was fair, and I think having that academic background, sometimes, Ash, we get a bad rap. Oh, y'all are just a bunch of eggheads. Oh, y'all are this or that and the other thing. But
you have to put a big asterisk by Ash's academic background.
Hey,
okay?
He's just as academic as I am, I think.
His idea is drop the puck, drop the puck.
Come on.
Yeah.
Ash is,
Drop the gloves if you disagree.
But she never lorded that over anybody. She never said, "Oh, it's Dr. Fox to you,
right, no,
Junior."
Correct.
She I think had that critical thinking, that fairness mindset. She had her own beliefs,
no doubt,
but she was willing to listen to the other side. And how many times have I talked about that on y'all's show and anywhere else? We got to listen to each other, and she genuinely did that.
That leads me to something that I wanted to ask you, and you take it wherever you want to take it. In this particular race, as you're running for city council, does it matter, and how so, if so, that your opponent is a Republican and you're not a Democrat? Does it matter? And if so, why and how?
That's an excellent question. The answer, I think, comes from the conversations I'm having with the residents of District 3. I was in your neighborhood. In fact, I went to your house, Brett. There were 8,000 cars there. I rang the doorbell. They all hid. Apart. We all hid. I know, Brett, you're in there.
It's Wagner. We all ran upstairs. We got you on camera.
But as I'm talking to people, they're more interested in potholes than they are politics. They're more interested in sewer and water and first responders than they are you the Democrat? Are you the conservative? How conservative are you? Again, I think that matters. Yes, I was chair of the Democratic Party, but yes, I resigned from the Democratic Party because of my conservative values. People are interested in their everyday lives. That's what I'm finding. And those conversations I'm having with people, I was just on the other night at Tonto Circle. Have you all been to Tonto Circle? They haven't had that road fixed in 30 years. We walked over pothole after pothole after pothole. Short fix after short fix. They want that. Glasgow, Millette Drive. I don't know if you've been to Millette Drive lately.
Getting all 8 lanes wide.
I mean, seriously, getting all that new traffic to Charlemont. Those people are worried about those issues more than they are, okay, what's your partisanship again? Yeah. At least that's what I'm finding.
Well, we joke, and it's so great. It's refreshing to have you where you're now free of the Democrat Party. When we first met you, you were the Democrat.
I was.
But we love the idea, and Ash and I often will opine here that Democrats, they just care more than anybody else. And now I'm like, if you get a guy who all of a sudden he's leaning just a little bit more to the right and he cares more than you, now you've got this like turbo Republican guy.
I like to think so. And again, am I more Republican than Democrat? I guess. Am I more conservative than liberal? Absolutely. And see, that's the point I tried to keep making is I've always been more conservative than liberal. Y'all were talking earlier about these ridiculous protests in Colombia and the anti-Semitic things that are coming out of this, these young people who think they're making some kind of point. And yes, there are legitimate points. What's going on in Palestine is horrible, but at the expense of saying hateful and terrible things to our Jewish brethren, totally unacceptable. Right. And you see a lot of liberals, you see AOC on the House of Representatives floors crying all these crocodile tears about that.
Yeah.
I don't want anything to do with that.
Right.
I have what I consider real conservative values, which to me, fiscal responsibility is at the top of that list. And I have a proven track record in the last 25 years of delivering results with fiscal responsibility. You know, at UHV, we're going through tough times. We need every penny we can. The last 5 years, Brent, $2.3 million I got from the Department of Education in a Title III grant. Then in this last legislative appropriations process, another $3 million I helped our provost and our president get in our aviation program. So that's $5.3 million of public funds that I helped bring to UHV. I want to bring that same sense of fiscal responsibility to city council. I think that's what people care about more than, weren't you the Democratic chair? Don't we have a picture with you and Beto? You know, I think they care more about, are you going to find money for us so we can pay our first responders, pay our police, pay our fire, so they don't go to Sugar Land, they don't go to Missouri City, that they stay here in Victoria? I think, Brent, I have a track record for doing that, and that's why I want to be the next city councilor.
But you got to admit, Ash, it is hard to unsee that Beto picture.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard. Yeah. At least you weren't in like the tie on your head.
Sure,
and all that.
Absolutely.
Right.
And to me, Democrat was always affiliation. It wasn't an identity. Some people live, breathe, and eat Democrat. They wake up in the morning, I'm a Democrat, look at me. That was never me. It was my affiliation, and I was a conservative Democrat. I made no apologies for it. I was pro-life Democrat. I had views that some of the Democratic Party didn't share, and ultimately I felt that it was incompatible and we needed to part ways. So I think I'm the same conservative that I was when I grew up in this community at OLV, at St. Joe, went to Texas A&M. I don't know if you heard Texas A&M is a little conservative, right?
Yeah.
So I'm that
Not
same,
a lot of protest at A&M this week.
Not a lot of protest in Texas A&M. Way to go, whoop. Okay, so that's the same person I was when I grew up here that I think I am today. And people can keep trying to label me and throw out photos, but the people who know me in this community, Brent, the people that taught me at OLV, taught me at St. Joe, worked with my dad, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, multiple generations of our family who literally built this community. We didn't just come here a few years ago, Brent. We've been here since the late 1800s, building this community, serving our students in their schools, and serving as public officials, as my cousins Thomas Gush, Daryl Lesack, Justin Gabrish. These are names people know. This is our family. Right. We are here to stay and build Victoria into something great.
Absolutely. And, you know, I always tell you, and I've told you off air, I applaud you just for getting in the arena because you just open yourself up to be scrutinized and criticized. Of course, you've had that for years.
Oh,
as
sure.
The chairman of the
I got
Democratic
ready for
Party.
it. That helped me get ready for it a little.
Yeah, I think the thing that you said a while back that really resonated with me is that the Democrats in Victoria as a party, not the Democrats, the rank and file folks that are on the street that a lot of them think the way you do. The Democrats as a party want to bring the national Democrat agenda to Victoria, Texas, and it renders them unelectable. And I loved your perspective of, if you can't get in office, you can't affect any change. You can stand on the outside and beat on the gate,
right?
But you're not changing how they do the thermostat inside the building.
Absolutely.
So I respect that of your stance, and I think your energy's, you know, contagious. You know,
absolutely
right. That's odd. Woodrow never has 2 cups of Starbucks in the morning.
Right.
But you had one of Brother Gary's Red Bull margaritas.
I did. He gave me some before I came in. I just saw him in the hallway.
Isn't he a joy?
He's absolutely a treasure. Absolutely a treasure.
If you get elected, Brother Gary will claim that he taught you.
I know. But sadly, I didn't have the pleasure of having him as a teacher, but I've kind of known him my whole life.
So you feel like he raised
I feel
you.
like he basically
Exactly. He taught you life skills.
He gave you life skills, basic life skills. Well, do this. Take it. We're at the top of the hour. Take a minute. Tell the voters what you want them to know.
Right.
And we'll let you close out the hour.
First thing I want voters to know is tonight, I'm so excited. We're having a meet and greet at the house of Byron and Lori Burris, two fantastic members of this community. Ask yourself the question, where would Victoria be without people like Byron and Lori Burris? Well, they're kind enough, Brent, to host a meet and greet at their home at 205 Creek Ridge and Springwood.
Yeah.
Springwood.
Right there by Detar North.
Right. 205 Creek Ridge at 5:30 p.m. We're going to be right there in the front lawn. There's going to be refreshments. There's going to be beverages. There's going to be me. You can see me. Ask me any question you need to ask me. Talk to me about any issue you need to talk to me about. And if you still aren't able to go to that, please go to my website, winwithwoodrow.com, winwithwoodrow.com. You can contact me. You can email me. You can call me. I will come to your neighborhood. I will walk the streets. I will walk the sewers. I'll do whatever you need me to do. I care about these local issues that are on top of mind for our constituents. To me, Brent, potholes trump policy, or potholes trump politics. Policy is more important than all of this bickering. We need solutions. We need somebody with a proven track record to navigate bureaucracy, cut through red tape, and get the people of this community what they absolutely need. I think I am that person, and I would appreciate anyone's support and vote. So thank you for giving me this chance to come on.
We appreciate you coming on, and we've invited all of our candidates. Everybody's welcome to come on. I love the tenacity. Right. I mean,
yeah.
By the way, you didn't say anything today that I take any exception with, but you've got to like the passion.
There's a lot of passion.
And by the way, there's a lot of that across all the races right now. Victoria is very, very blessed to have quality people running for office. So we appreciate your time, and we'll take a second. Ash, you got something else to add, and we'll take it home.
No, I don't.
Well, there you have it.
I don't have anything else to add. I mean,
I can't throw him a bigger softball than that.
And I swung and a missed.
You got anything you want to add? Ash looks at the camera and goes, no.
No, I mean, what else are we going to add? You said it all.
He'll save it for next time.
Amen. Well, folks, we hope you have a great day. Be safe on the roads.